Hi, Nadeem here from Smart Riding Gadgets. I'm out with the Ejeas X10 comms unit again. There's a couple of things that I haven't covered yet with the reviews of this. I mean, I've been using it for about 5-6 months now, and the units are pretty good. I mean, this is the X10, this is the one that's mounted here. Now, there's a couple of things that are pretty good about the unit. The speaker quality is good, the microphone's good, the reliability is perfect. I have had zero issues at all. I fire the unit up and it connects to my phone immediately. The phone connects to my smart display and everything just works. Now, I mean, I'm using iOS because I've got an iPhone, and they tend to be more reliable with this kind of stuff than Android Auto, especially with the smart displays, because there's a lot of issues with some of the smart displays as well. But so generally, to operate Siri, all I do is press the power button and hold it for a second, and you'll see on the smart display with the new colours, the wave of colours that go across the screen, so you know it's been activated. And that's quite handy when you've got a smart display and you're going at speed on the bike if you want to use Siri. So let's try it. Hey Siri, open music. There you go, let's try again. Hey Siri, open Waze. Now this generally works at speed as well. I mean, I have tried it, you know, I have used it 60-70 mile an hour, and it's perfectly reliable. But anyway, let's go out a little bit and I'll tell you a bit more about this unit. So yeah, I'm about 6 months in using the X10. I've used it throughout the winter. I ride all year round, so I don't bring my bike away for the winter, so I've used it throughout the winter as well. And it's been pretty reliable, as I said, and it just works. You know, the speaker quality is good, the microphone's good, and it just does everything I need it to, and it's a lot less expensive than some of the units coming from Cardo and Senna, etc. You know, as I keep saying, I think their units are way overpriced now. I think they just want far too much money for what the units actually are and what they do. I mean, the Ejeas X10 now uses Mesh 4.0 technology. As of like end of May 2025, the Cardos and the Sennas are still on Mesh 3.0. You know, and yeah, well, you might be thinking, well, what does that matter? It does make a difference, because the Mesh 4.0 has better, more robust connections to other units. So, I mean, that's the whole point of mesh connectivity. What I'm actually seeing happening now is that a lot of biker buddies and biker clubs are getting together and going, you know what, if we all just buy the same units, then we can all just work together, you know, and when we're riding we've got the same units and everything will just connect. And a lot of people are buying the Ejeas units for that reason, also because they're inexpensive, so everyone can afford them, you know. So, you know, if you've got riding buddies, then it's worth suggesting this, you know, to get the same units. And like I said, I'm just not prepared to pay 400 or 500 euros for a comms unit. I just think it's a ludicrous amount of money. And I think I saw Cardo they've got something where they want a subscription-based service where you have to pay every year. I'm just not going to pay you for my comm system over and over again. You know, you can piss right off. So, I mean, this is one of the reasons I started looking at. This is one of the reasons I started looking at other units like the Ejeas, and I wanted to see what's out there, and see what's reliable and what isn't. Or is it hype, you know, or what with the Cardos, or are they the best on the market and nothing else comes close? I can tell you that the Ejeas just is as good as any of the other units I've ever used, and I've got Cardo Pack Talks line at home as well. Now, at 60-70 mile an hour, I can listen to the music quite easily. It just all works. You know, I'm not straining to hear it. The volume goes reasonably high, so everything just comes together as far as I'm concerned with the Ejeas X10. As I mentioned, I've got the Q8 as well, which is the little brother to the X10, which is on Mesh 3.0 and is a more budget-friendly unit. but it's still a pretty decent unit. You know, I use it on the two helmets that we use when my wife comes out with me, and we can talk to each other on them, listen to music, etc., etc., and it's all perfect. There's a review of them on the channel as well. If you look for the Ejeas playlist, you'll find it there. So overall, the Ejeas X10 is highly recommended from Smart Riding Gadgets. So if you're looking to see the specs and to look at the pricing and everything, there's a link in the description which will take you straight to Ejeas, and you can check it all out there. Cheers.